look what I've got. We got High Times Hemp Cup, People's Choice, 2021, Kit 5B. So I'm coming live for the first time, maybe even this year, to do a little unboxing of my High Times Hemp Cup Judges Kit, because there's some really awesome items that are in here that I think are going to be a lot of fun to judge, and also just some really cool things that I think that there are a number of you would be interested to know or learn about. So I figured I would take some time to kind of document this for a few folks, and we're gonna just jump right on in and get started. So in here we see my official judges black lanyard type thing that has, you know, which kit I'm judging, along with what my access code is to judge. I did cover that up because that's for me. But also interesting in here that I think ultimately was really important was a letter to the postmaster, so that if the postal service was to open up this box, is to let them know, hey, the contents of these box are legal to be shipped. Please do not seize this box. It's totally okay. And after playing with a couple of the items, and by playing I really just mean like looking at them and smelling them, not actually using any of them yet, I can absolutely see the need for such a warning to be included, because some of the CBD flour, straight up, if I wasn't told or knew any better, I would think that it was just straight up cannabis, like THC, marijuana, gonna get you lit, and that's simply just not the case. So for those of you who may not know what, you know, at least at a federal level, what is considered to be hemp, it's really going to be any cannabis that has that THC level of 0.3% and lower. So basically non-existent of any THC as far as the Delta 9, and that's really important to know because Delta 9 is the psychoactive part of, one of several, psychoactive cannabinoids that get the high that people often associate cannabis use with. So jump right in it. There's a lot to go over, and just speak very quickly on some of these, and it's a whole array of products to be had. So we're just gonna dig right in and start pulling them out. All right, so here we have from Hemp Hop, a live resin. Now let me tell you what, I was super just like, whoa, thrown back that there were actual concentrates in this. I'm like, I didn't know that people make concentrates from hemp. Like, I had no idea. Hey, Nicole! So for individuals that are like myself that really enjoy like all the different ways that you can medicate, I do enjoy concentrates. I love doing dabs. I have my own little Puffco, which I don't have around me, which I like to use mainly in the evenings. But yeah, so this particular concentrate is, let's see, which one is this? This is just a hemp. So yeah, so you always see on the hemps right there where it talks about the THC being less than 0.3%. So it is non-psychoactive. So this is Gorilla Cake is the strain. It's again a live resin. I think the thing that excites me about this is its terpene level, because here's the deal. If you are someone who's buying hemp based on like THC levels, and at this point I'm not even talking about hemp, I'm talking about just straight up weed, you're buying your weed wrong. Where you need to concentrate and focus on are the terpenes. The terpenes is where the magic happens. And so to see that you have this temp concentrate, oh my God, guys, it's really wild. Like, as someone who is, a regular user as a patient here in Oklahoma, if I didn't know any better, I would say that these would get you fucked up. But they're not intended to do that, which is great. They're used to really help medicate. But check that out. So this is a live resin. Again, this is Gorilla Cake, and it's from Hemp Hop. So I like their little logo, little hemp hop there. So we'll put that in here. Move that over there. Moving on. Ooh, so I will say that I've had one of these so far. It's actually the only thing that I've tried since I've gotten my kit. And this is a Delta 8 gummy from Hometown Hero. And apparently this particular company was founded and ran by several military veterans. And they just have a really good, fun brand. Didn't get to do a lot of research on it yet, but this is what I am digging. So there are 10 gummies in here that are Delta 8. And they're 25 milligrams a piece, and they taste like blueberry. Though I will say, more than a blueberry, I feel like it tasted more like a blue raspberry as opposed to a blueberry. So that was really interesting. So what's Delta 8? So Delta 8 is going to kind of be like because people always talk about CBD being weed light. And I wouldn't really say that at all. They are very different, CBD and your Delta 9 THC, which is normally what people think of as far as highs with marijuana. Delta 8 is like, bridges the gap between your CBD and your Delta 9. It has a fraction of the psychoactive effects, almost next to none. I'm not going to say it isn't psychoactive at all, because I believe that it is, but extremely mild. Again, it doesn't have more than the 0.3% THC in here, which makes them completely legal at a federal level, and should be in all 50 states. So Delta 8s really help with, man, they just make you feel better. Like, quite honestly, I've had Delta 8s and it's just very uplifting mood, and I wouldn't say like very euphoric, but certainly euphoric in the sense that you just feel nice. Not like high, not like crazy. You just feel like, all right, I can do this. This is good. So that was the Delta 8s. I was a little disappointed that there were only like 2 products in here that were of like a gummy, because I love me some gummies. So I was really looking forward to wanting to try more gummies. Actually got a lot more flour than I expected, which I am very excited to try, because I actually have never tried Cbd flour on its own. So that'll be cool. Next is Yips. And so this is a CBD tincture for nighttime, and it's 600 milligrams. What I like about this one so far, even though I haven't tried it, is that it's Oklahoma. It's a Oklahoma brand. It's made and manufactured right out of Ardmore. So certainly love being able to promote and support Oklahoma brands. So I haven't tried it yet, but I have high hopes that that'll be a great product that I can recommend to others. So here we have a flower sample, which is actually CBG flour. So CBG is one of dozens upon dozens of cannabinoids. Again, most people are familiar with, Delta 9 and marijuana that gets you high. That's just one of a boatload of cannabinoids that are out there. And here's the thing, not all cannabinoids are psychoactive. Not all of them get you high. And what's even more important to note, if you weren't aware, is that the human body, our anatomy, was designed to use cannabis. Because we have an endocannabinoid system. We have various receptors throughout our body that helps bring your health, your wellness into balance. It's trying to find, homeostasis. So if your body's out of whack and things are growing on, chances are maybe you need to look at cannabis in some capacity to help you with your wellness. But yeah, so we have CBG right here, and it's from Georgia Hemp Dogs. Let's see. Ooh, so I have to say I really like the branding of this particular brand. It's called Secret Nature. So they're an artisan CBD brand. They actually have 2 other products that are in this box. And with this particular one, these are 2 pre-roll joints that have CBD and Delta 8 in here. And aren't these just so stinking adorable? They're just, you know, for personal use. One of the phrases that I hear people refer to like this size of pre-roll as is like a dog walker, meaning that it's enough for you to take your dog for a walk around the block for you to enjoy on your own, so that by the time you're done walking your dog, you would be done with your pre-roll. So there's 2 little CBD and Delta 8. So I like the fact that there's Delta 8 in here. So that should be something really nice to enjoy. From same people, Secret Nature, I have some Cbd Flour, and the strain here is Papaya Nights. It has a sweet fruit juice and fresh scent. It is a sativa, so it's intended to be uplifting. And when you pop it open, and so there's an 1/8 in here. So for those of you not familiar with weed terminology, an 1/8 is 3.5 grams. So there was like a little lid in here, like a little pop top that kept it sealed and fresh, but we popped it open at work when I brought over my kit just so we could look at it. And again, if you were to see this in person and look at it and you check out all the trichome goodness, you wouldn't know that it was CBD. And I think that's what really excites me about this, is like all the CBD, all the Delta 8, the CBGs and the CBNs and all the things. So here we have diesel hemp, and I believe this is just some flour. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop it open here, take a quick look. All right, so we have this container here. Move that right there. Open it up. See what we got. Oh, okay. All right, so we got a bunch of little nugs, little nugs right there. And this is again with Diesel Hemp is the brand. Got some flour, and it's Insane Diesel is the strain. So that's fun. I really like it when brands go above and beyond with patient information and put things on their packaging like QR codes. More often than not, hey Johnny, the QR codes are going to link you to the lab testing for the product. So you can actually see how the product tested for a number of different things, not just for potency, but also for safety. And that's something to keep in mind as well. All right, so last from this brand, Secret Nature, we have a Cbd Vape Cart. This is an indica strain. It's forbidden fruit. And then I'm not sure, so it's not a full gram, it's 700 milligrams. So, see, little vape cart right there. Now, so here's a little side note about vape carts in general. If you are someone who's a vapor, man, you better get a hold of your stuff soon. From your local favorite vape shop, either, you know, in person or online. There's some legislation that went through federally not that long ago that just made it a compliance nightmare for any businesses that are shipping vape products to do so. And coming up very soon in the next few weeks, I know USPS, UPS, and FedEx have all said, we're not shipping vape material at all. So I can certainly see that, you know, prices of vapes are going to go up for some individuals just because of lack of access, because of the shipping issues. So just something to know. Identity bone broth. So out of all the things that are in here, this is probably one of the things that I'm most excited about. So bone broth, really? So when I looked at the instructions on how we would make this bone broth, you take this dry mix, which has 13 grams of protein and then 10 milligrams of CBD, and you put it in 1 cup of hot water till dissolved. And then you can drink it by itself, or you can blend it or cook with it, whatever the case may be. But I'm super stoked about this one because I have heard a number of great, you know, benefits from having bone broth on a regular basis. So to see that not only is there a CBD bone broth, but that also has a great level of protein in it as well for just 1 cup of water. So we have that. Fun thing to carry all my things in, which was included by Just CBD, was this fun little tote bag. Love me a tote bag. I am such a slut for fucking bags. It's ridiculous. You can always get me on a tote bag. It's just the way that it is. So we have that there. Ooh, here we go. So we have from Bluegrass Hemp Oil, a relieving salve. So for people that have maybe some muscle aches or, you know, a few other things that can be dealt with topically, this would be the kind of product you would want to use. And it smells really good. I really like that. I feel like there's like a lemongrass scent to this one. I do enjoy me some lemongrass. All right, so here we have from Scentsy, or Sweet Scentsy, a CBD soap. So this soap contains 100 milligrams of CBD in it. It smells like cherry. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of smells like an old lady soap. Me and all the girls at the shop even agreed to that. But I mean, I dig it. I like the way it looks. Its smell is an acquired taste. So just be aware. But what I do dig is that they're all handcrafted in Austin, Texas. So my neighbors just below, we have that. All right. So here we have a hemp infused pre-roll from Creek Leaf. So your regular pre-roll tube here. Let's pop this open. And there you go. So we just have a nice little pre-roll with some hemp flower inside. Now, I am a little bummed that this particular pre-roll doesn't tell me like what strain it is. It doesn't have any information as far as like how it tested. And the reason that I like to know and look at test results is because I want to see exactly what other cannabinoids that product tested for and at what levels. Because when you get to the point where you're really understanding, you know, how cannabinoids work and how each of them do different things, you can then use that information to basically create hacks for yourself when you're wanting to include cannabis as far as your overall, you know, health and wellness routine. So lab results are important. If you ever have questions about them or how to read them, let me know, because I'm happy to help and share that info. All right, so here we have another flower sample, and this is from Green Shanty Farms. So Green Shanty. So Green Shanty Farms. And Borx is the strain. So B-O-A-X. So Borx. Yeah. So we have that here. Oops, see? Look it up there. See a little CBD, or not CBD, but QR code. If I wasn't already using my phone right now to do this, I would totally, scan those and show you guys how those look and whatnot. See? All right, now we're going to our Jazzy Cbd Pre-Roll. This looks like a backwoods pre-roll, which is, those are lots of fun. Basically, backwoods pre-rolls are generally blunts, though they're used with hemp wraps as opposed to tobacco wraps, because when you start selling like tobacco wraps, then I think there's like a whole other thing regarding like licensing and all of that stuff. And so to kind of stay away from it, but I'm going to take this out. Look at this thing. So that's keef, CBD keef that they have done on the outside. And yeah, so this will be interesting. I'll probably want to share this with some friends. So if you're local to town and you want to help me judge some of these items for the Hemp Cup, hit me up and let me know. I'm always happy to hang out and share with friends. All right, so I laughed so hard when I saw this product the first time. It just cracks me up even showing it to you. Totally gonna do this one super soon. Look at it, guys. Look at it. Look at it. Ketchup and mustard infused CBD, and each packet has 25 milligrams a piece. So they said you can spread it, dip it, spoon it, and that you just need to knead a little before opening and taking flight. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if they sell them like in bottles or in these pre-packets, but I'll have to go to 2flywellness.com. So it's the number 2flywellness.com to check it out. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, so this is just like the one other gummy that I can recall getting in this packet. And it's from Lux number 9. So Lux is the, where am I at? Right here. Nope. Right here. Lux number 9 is the brand. Again, it's a CBD gummy. There are 20 milligrams total in here. So each of the 2 gummies that are inside are 10 milligrams each. So we have that inside. Let's see. Oh, we also have this CBD Relief Cream from High Times. Again, this is one of those topical applications. So if you have a need for any kind of relief, this would be something you would go to. It includes things like menthol in here as well. So that's pretty sweet. I also got this in the form of like a roll-on, which you won't see in the box because I've already shared that for review. But from what I can tell, it's basically this product in like not as thick a form with a roll-on, like your roll-on deodorant application type container. So there were 2 things from High Times that were included in here because they do have their own brand of CBD. Smart, right? And this is just one of the 2. So this is the Relief Cream. Let's see. Oh, so Goat Ridge Hemp, right? We have our Sour Space Candy Hemp Flower, and this looks to be probably about close to an 1/8. I'd say anywhere between 2.5 and 3 grams. I'd have to weigh it real quick though, and now kind of tempted to do so because I know I got a little scale around here for shipping. Although I do technically have another scale for weighing flour that I carry around in my purse because, well, it's important. But yeah, it's really just fun, great flour, just hemp flour. And it's so wild, like how close it smells to other flour that I use. And it makes sense to me because of the terpenes, right? The terpenes is what creates that aroma that you smell, and terpenes are in all kinds of fruits and vegetables and flowers and things. It's not anything that's just unique to cannabis. Okay, ooh, so we got some more concentrates. So Delta 8, right? It's something that I've been playing with a lot more, and I'm super stoked about trying this batter. It's Delta 8 batter. And it's full spectrum, which means it has all the cannabinoids, or at least all the ones that were present in the plant at the time that it was harvested. Let me be more specific. So this is Blueberry Yum Yum. It is a hybrid. So in here you can expect, oh nice. We have 88 milligrams of CBD, 279 milligrams of CBG, 17 milligrams of CBN, but then there's 399 milligrams of Delta 8. So this should be a really great experience. Now, because it is a batter, and it smells like blueberry too. You can totally smell it. It's a little bit more like liquidy. I generally don't like concentrates that are this liquidy because, quite frankly, I just never feel like I get all the product that I paid for when it's that, I don't know, liquidy. Can't think of another phrase for it. So I definitely like things that are a bit thicker as far as a batter. Here we have another Delta 8. So we have Cloud 8. This is their Sativa with Super Lemon Haze. It has 900 milligrams in here. This definitely is more liquidy too, probably more so than the other one. This is more of like an oil, I would say, because of the consistency. But I mean, you can still certainly dab with it for sure. Just don't think you'll get as much. See, there we go. So we have that there. So Cloud 8, Super Lemon Haze, Delta 8 dabs. All right. Let's see, there's not much more left. We've already been able to get through much of the box. All right, so we have another hemp cigar, an infused hemp. This has 3 grams in it, and it has both CBD and Delta 8. Much like our other one before, straight up blunt, 3 grams. So almost an eighth's worth of flour in this one. Anything that I have like this, I'm definitely going to need some people to hit me up and be like, hey, Danica, we need to hang out. I'm like, yes, we do. I got these things to judge. And I never do them all by myself. I just don't feel like it's as much fun as an experience for me to just do it alone. I definitely like to engage my local buddies and be like, hey, come check this out. Here we have another pre-roll, and this comes from the Garcia Brothers Organics. Nice little pre-roll. Definitely dig that. Now, here's the QR code right there. Again, that'll show your testing, which I want to say I actually looked at the testing on that one, or most of these that had... Where did that go? Hold on. All right, so now we have, oh, there it is, a Delta 8 cartridge. Now, I've had Delta 8 gummies up to this point, but I haven't had any dabs, any concentrates of any kind. I honestly wasn't even aware that they were really a thing. So this is from 3Chi Delta 8. Now, in full transparency, I've actually looked up this brand before, and I was like, I don't know, because I had someone reach out to me about it. So I'm kind of going in a little, I don't want to say like hesitant or whatever, but I'm like, okay, you guys are really going to have to bring it if I'm going to be excited. But what I will say is that they did include a battery, which I genuinely appreciate. Not that I myself need a battery for this, because I have plenty of vape batteries, but it was nice that they considered that not everyone may have one, and that if they were going to properly judge their product, they need to make sure that they had the tools to do so. So that's neat. And what was even cooler is that they had it branded. So it's their brand that they got put on this vape cart that I can then use. So Delta 3 Vape Cart should be interesting to check out. Let's see. All right. Oh my, we're almost done. We're almost done. We got 2 things left, it looks like. All right. We have some CBD drops here from Papa and Barkley. I've heard of this brand. I've actually heard some really great things about this brand. So I'm excited to give them a try and see how this goes. Looks like there are 450 milligrams in a bottle and 30 milligrams per dropper. And it is flavored as lemongrass ginger. Not sure how I feel about the flavor that I received, but willing to give it a go and let you know how that shakes out. And then last but not least, this Hemp Flower. Ta-da! From, Diet Dank. I just think their brand is just so stinking cute. Diet Dank. And it's CBD hemp flower. It comes in this package just right here. I've been waiting to open it until I had a chance to come live and share it with you. It looks like they are out of Colorado. So this is a Colorado brand. So we're going to rip this bad boy open and take a look to see what's inside. All right, so Diet Dank. Oh, I love it. I'm such a sucker for branding, like really good branding too. Like how adorbs is this? So you have your Diet Dank on this jar, and then it even tells you which strain it is, which is this black cherry cream. And they describe the flavor profile as sweet black cherries and cream with a mild herbal green tea notes on the exhale. Okay. All right. It does smell nice. Now, I will say there's not a lot of flour in here. Like, was this just a gram? Like, what in the world? How much was in this? Well, I will say that I definitely dig the packaging and the branding and all of those things, but I'm pretty sure like all that's in here at best is maybe like a gram's worth. I almost kind of feel like it's a waste of packaging for such little flour, but maybe they did this just for the hemp cup and normally more comes with it. So that isn't unusual, that some of the products that you'll receive in a kit like this won't necessarily be like the full size product that one would normally receive when they purchase it. They give you really just enough to be able to get the effects of the product so that you can do a proper evaluation when it came time to judge. And so that's what we have here with the black cherry cream. So that's it, guys. That's what I have. That was the complete unboxing of my judges kit. All we have basically left in here are a couple coupons that, quite frankly, I have no problem sharing with all of you. So once I go, and here's the thing, like, I'll probably wait to share the codes. Not that I don't want you to have them now. It's just, I'm definitely one of those people that I really have to like something to recommend it to others. And I would hate to give you guys codes to a product that I ultimately decided was just shit for my friends and family. Like, I would never want you to buy that. So when I get through the judging, and I have till May 1st, so I get a little more than a month to go through and judge all these items, which I'll need, because in order to give each one proper consideration, I'll basically have to do like one a day. Make sure that my system is basically reset so that when I do go and use these, I can give a proper evaluation on their effects, so that we can ultimately see who's going to win in the various categories that I'm getting to participate as a judge in. But that's all I have for now. I actually really have like tons of stuff to share with you guys. There's so many things that have gone on and that have happened, like even just since the start of 2021. It's been wild, but I will save that for another live. But again, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions about the products that I showed you, feel free to drop those in the comments and I'll be happy to answer those. And if you're really wanting to follow along with my story and my journey as I go through this box particularly, be sure to check me out on my Dope Danica Facebook page. And then also check out my stories here on my personal profile. You probably won't see a whole lot beyond this particular live. I recognize that this particular content isn't going to be of interest to everyone. And so for those of you who are interested, I want to make sure you know where to go to find me to get that info. And again, that's over at my Dope Danica page. So hope everyone's having a great Sunday morning. I loved getting on here and sharing this with each of you. And I will see you around here in the near future.